Hi, I wanted to show you how I make my 15-minute sketches. I do it right in my day planner. This isn't something that's supposed to be a real intricate drawing. We're just making quick sketches. A quick face. I'm going to use my imagination. I think I'm going to do a 3/4 face. So the line goes down more on the side, the left side. Cut it in the middle. Cut it on top, cut it below. And another little line for the pupils. And I'm going to make her looking out of the corner of her eyes, so forget the pupils. So I'm going to make her looking towards the side, 3/4 face. She's looking to the right of my paper. You can erase out the lines after you draw your grid line. Or you don't have to draw a grid line, it's whatever you like. Quick, easy. I'm going to make the nose a little more towards the middle. Ball of the nose, nostril. Come down, indent, and the lip. The right side of the lip is bigger because you see more of that. The left side is a little smaller. I'm going to give her some hair, wavy hair. Make this sideline a little more defined. And again, the right side is more area, more space that you see. So this is a quick sketch. Go a little over the line, it's not a big deal. You can erase lines. Don't be afraid to work a little bit detailed if you like. But just don't make it a big project where you're going to dread making art every day. It's 15 minutes. 15 minutes out of your day. You could do this on a train. You could do this while waiting for your kids to get out of school. You're picking them up. Waiting in a car. Just bring your day planner with you and a pencil. That's all you need. And you can make little sketches everywhere you go. And you can bring photographs with you. You can store them in the back of your planner. And I think I'm going to add a little color with some watercolor to her. You can add a little watercolor or a lot of watercolor. You can just make some shading if you like. Do whatever you feel is convenient. If you want to work in more detail, you can. If you want to work in more color, you can. You could come back to it later and add color. But this is just, you'll be surprised how this little exercise every day gets you breaking out your paints, your pencils, and before you know it, you'll want to do more. And if you don't have time, you can go back later and you can do more later on. You don't have to do it all in one session. But this has taken me all of 4 minutes so far, so it's really not a big deal. I could stop here if I wanted to, if I had something to do, and just, that would be it for my day. But try to plan on at least 15 minutes to practice. Try to add in more detail. You're going to want to add in more color and have fun doing it. And before you know it, this exercise is going to become something you look forward to. You're not going to dread making art. You're not going to, avoid it. It's going to be fun. And you could go back over the eye with some pen, ballpoint pen. Add in a little definition. I only use black and really the nostril and the eyes. I don't want to use too much black. It's very heavy, and I'll color in her eye a little bit. This is an Inktense pencil. Derwent Inktense pencils are pastel, water-soluble pastel. So you can color in. I went outside the line, so that's going to show up. But once you color, and then add water, and they become a watercolor. So they're very fun to play with in your 15-minute sketches. I like to keep some Inktense pencils and a little bowl of water near on the desk next to my couch. And at any time I can just play with watercolor and drawing. And it's really not a big deal. I can do this while I'm watching television, while I'm sitting with my family. I don't really like to sit in a studio by myself. It's a very lonely business being an artist. I like being with my family. I like having people around me. And, I don't mind if people see my artwork. They encourage me to do more. But you can see this is just a very simple sketch I've done. And it's only taken me 7 minutes so far. I can add more detail in with my pencil. Oops. The paper's wet, so I want to tread carefully, because I can put a hole in it. And I don't want to do that. But this little face, you'll be surprised what you can do with a little face. You can blow this face up later, print it out, blow it up, and then you can use graphite paper and you can copy it onto a canvas. And then you can add a lot of detail and shading and make it look realistic. Right now she's a little cartoonish, but later on I could develop her into, a much more sophisticated painting. So don't be afraid to use different mediums in your book. This is a thin paper, but it still holds up to watercolor. And before you know it, you're going to love painting these little sketches and you're going to look forward to your practice of 15 minutes a day. Not even 15 minutes a day. I could stop here right now if I wanted to, and I have a cute little painting. I could keep going until my 15 minutes is up. So you don't even have to spend the full 15 minutes. It's not necessary, but this gets you drawing and painting, and the artist within you is going to want to do more. You're going to want to go back in and do more with your painting. Whoops. That's a very heavy lip. And this is where you make your mistakes. In your sketchbooks, in your 15-minute drawings and paintings. You work out what you want to do in a real painting. You have to make sketches. You have to, work out the kinks. And sometimes you surprise yourself and you make really wonderful little paintings. You'll really increase your skill. I mean, after 25 days of doing this, your skill at making faces is going to be so much better than when you started. You will really surprise yourself at how well you can do a face, how quickly you can do a face. And you can incorporate these faces into your journals, your art journals, and you can feel much more confident in making journals and making paintings. And it's all just due to a little bit of practice every day. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it, oh, I have to do my 15 minutes. Like I said, leave it on a table in your living room or your den and sit with your family, sit with your friends. When you're out with friends, bring the book. Tell them while you're having coffee at Starbucks, just tell them, I want to make a little quick sketch. You know what? Your friends will love it. Your friends will think it's so interesting. And you might encourage them to start drawing and painting. You never know what will come from a little drawing. I'm going to give her a little bit of a smile. She looks a little scared. But that's the fun of it too. You find these characters coming out in your sketchbook. I gotta give her more of a pupil there, a little more darkness in the eye. She looked a little wacky. But I'm telling you, I get all kinds of characters that come out of these drawings, and they're so much fun, and you can just keep improving on them, changing them, cutting them out, recopying them, using them again over and over. You'll be surprised how much mileage you can get from a little tiny drawing like this.